So breaking news out of Toronto.
That's Canada.
Delta. Yes, that's in Canada. Thank you, Gonky. Delta connection.
For now.
Connection. CRJ had a mishap in Toronto. We've got a couple videos to show you. The first being this.
What are we looking at here?
It's a surveillance video.
That's snow. A lot of snow.
Yeah.
There's a helicopter right there.
Yep, and right to left, you're going to see.
And there's maybe a tug.
Okay.
Something. And that's an airplane skidding and catching fire. Holy crap.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, that's a huge.
Wow.
Oh my God. How did anybody survive that?
Wow.
That's amazing. For the podcast listeners, we're watching video of the CRJ skidding.
Yeah, and
and
bursting into
crashing.
flames.
It looks like that.
Dude, that's a lot of flames.
The Sioux Falls. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The DC-10.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the med flight helicopter sitting there.
Yeah, I think it is.
Wow.
Did they like land and go help people?
Yeah, they immediately. I didn't listen to the link, but somebody talked. You can see it on all ATC or whatever that thing is. But like somebody brought up that they immediately went in from like we're in support mode to like we're going in. Like they basically were directive, which I thought was. Oh, thank goodness! I'm glad we have somebody.
Oh boy,
filming as they try to egress.
Yeah,
upside down.
put your phone down.
At least nobody's carrying their. Oh, that guy's got his backpack. That guy's got his backpack. Oh, language.
Oh, earmuffs, kids.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cursing in this one actually. You just might want to mute it. Here we go.
Okay, well, maybe
hey, look, they're doing the water cannon like it's their last flight. Too soon. Sorry. I can only joke because everyone's
alive.
Well, take that. There is one little kid that was critical condition.
Oh, really?
So, yeah,
I didn't know that, man.
Hope that,
my guess it's so this brings up an interesting discussion on airliners that came up. My guess is it was an infant in lap, and I have no idea how that's allowed anymore. Like, how is
that? My daughter traveled.
No, I know, but like, I mean, you need like NASCAR level car seats to be legal in a car, right?
Yeah.
But on a plane, you're like, all
right, let's watch VAS Aviation, our friends there.
This is pretty interesting.
Is the audio safe on this one? I didn't screen that.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
So VAS Aviation, great channel. Check them out if you haven't.
Toronto Tower, Endeavor 4819, I'm now it's 23. Endeavor 4819, Toronto Tower, wind 27023, gust 33, clear the line on rate 23. You might get a slight bump in the glide path, there'll be an aircraft in front of it. Clear the land, 23, Endeavor 4819.
So Endeavor is the Delta connection.
Stop it right there. 27028, gust 35.
That's
with
windy.
Blowing snow. Oh my gosh.
That's windy.
That is a windy,
but they're
snowy,
on 2-3, so it's not far
40
off,
degrees off.
right?
So,
I mean, that's not. You could do you have your whiz wheel?
No. But mental math says it's probably within limits, but that's still pretty windy.
Probably. I mean, I don't know what CRJ limits are. I mean, it would be within limits for the Airbus. That's for sure.
I feel like I'm learning a lot about the CRJ lately.
Yeah, dude. Sadly.
4543 ground runway 24 data Golf altimeter 2993.
Oh my gosh.
Standby. Windy crash fire rescue on the runway.
Everything is going on to see all that.
We need emergency services runway 23. Yeah, we're on it. We got the call going out.
Yeah, I feel bad for the controllers too.
7105, pull up ground. The ground, 7105.
Yeah.
This airplane just crashed at 23. 7105, pull up ground. Mike, take him out of back. You can just stay there. Come on, take him out of back.
That was the medevac we saw.
Flight 1 medevac. I got no traffic here, so just let me know what you'd like to do. We just had a crash on runway 23 here.
Hey, for Roger. Yeah, we're discussing with their OTC whether they wanted to redeploy to this crash site or not.
Roger. We're 7105. Contact departure 1288. Departure 28, 7105. Okay, now all other aircraft in the frequency, just stand by. Got an emergency going on.
It's not happening now. We have a huge emergency on 2-3. You're not coming out.
Always like, hey, I'd like to taxi.
On 2-3. I don't really want to put you anywhere near there. Is there anywhere else you want to go right now? Okay, yeah, let's do that. Do the 180, and then November, just hold short of that. Go for now, plot 157.
Ground Red 1 and company.
That's the fire, right?
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Red 1
Red
in
Line.
company ground.
Or emergency services.
How calm are those dudes staying?
At Whiskey, responding to the 1 Alpha.
Red 1 in company, proceed on runway 24 left, then Delta 1. Cross runway 24 right, up Alpha, and hold short Alpha Kilo.
Hold short, just
left passport 2 for right, Alpha.
Remember, they're still dealing with other
787
runways.
currently the airport's closed for
and don't forget that everybody is
we're not going to
cognizant
continue
of
northbound
running
due to
over
weather. We've got
survivors.
permission from OTC to land north
San
end
Francisco, right?
and assist with this crash if needed.
left flight 1, medevac, roger, proceed to north end for now. You want to land Juliet and Kilo area?
Hey, for
Hell
Juliet
yeah.
Kilo flight 1
Good
medevac.
job.
Good for those guys.
Good
They're
job.
Where's the crash?
I mean,
It's on runway 23. Right
That gives you
threshold.
chills, man. Makes your eyes water a little bit.
23 and 15 left.
Okay, we got it in sight. Can you tell us what type of aircraft it was?
Yeah, it was an RJ-9.
Roger.
Jesus.
Left flight 1, medevac, roger. Juliet and Kilo intersection. You can land there. Wind
Yeah,
270-24.
And a
gusting 33.
helicopter?
Man, that's
Clear
windy.
land Juliet Kilo, Lake Flight 1 medevac next.
Gust 33.
can't you
Left
just
flight 1,
turn
medevac,
it
just so you are.
Stupid
There's
question.
people
I
outside
honestly
walking
don't
around the
know.
aircraft
Yeah,
there.
you can, but it's
Yeah,
still
we've got
Does
it.
it
The
help?
aircraft are
I mean, I don't
upside
understand
down and
helicopters
burning.
at all. Like,
upside down and burning.
It's wild.
Amazing. And they got out.
yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, that's just the fuselage. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
oh yeah, the
wings are
tail's
gone.
buried,
Uh,
and the wing on the other side might sort of be there, but it's not. I mean, they're
That's
not
wild.
long-winged aircraft anyway, right? I mean,
no, it's
Um,
amazing. Well, let's, thoughts and
So-
prayers that everybody.
yeah,
everybody
hopefully all
made it out.
recover. The thing I'll say, and I'll say this because I haven't been on since the last one, I think we're going to talk about again. It makes me so freaking proud to be part of an industry that when stuff like this happens, like the professionalism goes to like 11. It
Kudos
blows my
to
mind.
those
These
controllers.
controllers,
Mhm.
I mean, the first thing I did with the DC thing is I texted my buddy who's a controller here. And I was just like, man, I could only imagine because as a pilot, I know I put myself in the cockpit of every one of these. And I'm like, what would I do? What would I think? How would I, you try to learn something. I guarantee you that air traffic controllers do the same. It just blows me away with how professional they are because like as pilots, I think we're trained to like, you keep flying. And in this case, they were still flying that plane upside down on the runway, right? Until everything stops. Like you keep going, but then you're done. You don't think about the air traffic controllers that have 10, 20, however many other aircraft that they're controlling. Like they just can't be like, cool. Like it takes a second. I mean, they will pull that controller, right? I mean, they do. They always do. It's protocol. But it takes a second for that. And it's like, that is some
Dude,
Yeah, there's other
top-notch
airplanes.
professionalism that just brings a
Yeah.
tear to my eye.
and it did
I
not look
appreciate that they're
survivable.
there.
You
I
know,
mean-
you're not looking at something like, oh, that was everybody walked away. Like you watch
Yeah.
that and everybody's nope. We're gonna be
No, I mean, if you saw that real time from the tower, you would think with that
Oh, no.
flame and
Yeah.
everything, you'd be like,
No.
that's it. Like, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the first shots that came out was just the jet,
Sitting
sitting there upside down. And in my mind, I was like, oh, they try like a high speed taxi and slide off because of the snow and just roll it and, that kind of thing.
Well,
But I had
yeah.
dude, that video,
that looks
you
like
said,
it happened in or around the flare and they
high
were at
speed, dude. That's a high
all the
yeah.
way down the runway,
Well, you could
decelerating as they
see-
went.
with how far back that flame went, remember,
Yeah.
it's all relative, right? So it's actually how fast the plane's moving away from.
Yeah,
And that's why it looks,
that's amazing.
It is crazy. I mean, whether it was a wind shear, a wake turbulence, a combination of everything. I mean, who knows?
He warned in that video we just watched that Vast put out. He warned him about a bump on final.
I think that my thought, and I don't want to be, deep into
Speculative.
You're not speculating, but if you were to speculate, what would
Yeah,
you
if I was going to speculate, I think what he meant there is there was going to be a plane that taxis through the ILS cone, and it was
Oh.
going to just be like he would see. Have you ever seen that? Where like, I mean, the Airbus
Never
does a
happened
really
to
good
me.
job at it.
Yeah.
I've seen it in close hand flying where like you'll see it just kind of blip, and it's because somebody taxis. I think that's what he meant. I don't think the bump was like a physical.
I thought he was talking about wake turbulence.
That's what I was.
I thought
that
so
was
when you guys mentioned that, but when I hear it, I'm like, that's unless they report wake turbulence differently. I mean, that's not what you would hear in the States. I mean, they would be very adamant, like, caution, you are following in XYZ, caution wake turbulence.
I've never flown in Canada. Is that pull up, go around thing? Is that something else that they say a lot too? That sounds, I mean,
I don't go around because go arounds are for quitters. I've always said that, but no, I could very well see that's just kidding. Totally kidding. But seriously,
where's the banner? Where's the banner?
No. It is a joke, but it would not surprise me if they do say like that directive call of like, or honestly,
flown to Canada, Wombat, huh?
Yeah, I have. I don't go around. So
he's never gone.
But,
I mean, in Malaysia, they would say different things, I mean,
Sure.
I understood it, but it was just because they were, slightly different standard.
Yeah, it could be that it's their standard, which I'm sure somebody will comment in. It could also just be, I mean, think of the extremist that guy's in, the controller, right? He's just like
prescriptive.
Yeah, exactly. Which again goes to the professionalism, like from at least that, because it's the first time I heard that snippet. From that snippet, like hands off to them.
I mean,
great control.
Dude, I go back to the mental health side of this. Is the controllers have been put through the ringer because of all the stuff that's been going on lately that they have been party to and witnessed. And to see something like that, the first thing you're like is, what,
Yep.
Oh my God, and it's another RJ, and I think people are a little wound tight right now because we just had a major mishap, and so to see something like that and to keep their composure. But good on the medevac guys. This reminds me 100%. Of that South Florida when the business jet, the business jet landed on the highway and hit the wall, and then the young flight attendant, and then the sheriff's helicopter was like first on scene. Remember we were taught, we covered that because I said, hey, let's listen to the audio, because it was like Air Rescue 1 or whatever. They were like, where was it? Snap me to that. We're going to go see if we can help them. And I think that's commendable. I mean, that's I did a AIB review on my channel, will come out tomorrow, for the F-16 mishap at Holloman, and it's the exact same thing. The guy jumps out, and he was in the helicopter in 5 minutes from the time he punched to the time, and that's including free fall and everything, from the time he punched to the time the flight surgeon walked up to him, because there happened to be a flight surgeon on these Army helicopters, walked up to him. You okay? Yep. Walked him to the helicopter. He was in the helicopter within 5 minutes. And it's just like stuff like that, like you talked about, Wombat. It kind of makes you proud to be in this community because people step up and do the right thing. I really hope that little kid, man. I mean, that's.
Oh yeah. Hope everybody does. I hope everybody does.
This is one of those where we're like, whew, we dodged a major one, because I don't. You don't want to hear.
I agree. No. This is.
But blowing snow, high winds, probably a runway condition that wasn't great. I mean, if you've got snow, you probably have terrible runway conditions. I mean, and there's probably a lot. But
I gotta believe there's protocol, right? I mean, we all have different airlines, right? But we have go, no go, like, nope.
It'll all come out. It'll all come out. I mean, the NTSB has been busy. We're fortunate that it wasn't worse, but we hope that it was a little girl, a little kid, little boy.
I don't know. And somebody asked,
I know there's some
like
injuries.
Infant or toddler.
Somebody had said little girl, but got some help from the audience. Crosswind component for 25 knot winds is 16 knots, 40 degrees off the nose. With gust, it was more like 21 knots. Yeah. Well,
I need that person to fly with me.
But that also helps CRJ's crosswind limited to 25 knots.
Okay.
So, and then Elias says VRF is 145 with the wind. They should have been at like 165, but flight radar had them at 110. Could have been a wind shear event. Could have been some kind of.
That could have been the bump. Well, I don't know. Is there any lag? I mean, if you're just pulling like the data off of,
talking about the speeds there.
Oh, flight radar.
Yeah, flight radar. There could be a lag.
That's off the transponder, so it could be off.
Who knows?
Itself, right? It's got tolerances of its own. Also, final relevant text, which love the puppy dog. Friend was
Yeah.
working Red One. You could hear her on comms. Beauty job by all involved. I mean,
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude, she super
Yeah.
calm too. Bravo to your friend. Like,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. All jokes to Canada, because I know it's in the news right now. I love flying up there. Everybody's so nice. Like, I mean, even like you fly through New York's airspace and get to Canada, and it's like night and day. It's hilarious. I love going up there. But anyway.
Well, let's also point out it was in Canada, so
Right.
whether the FAA was funded or not had nothing to do with Canada.
Nope.
It's
well,
different
but how
country.
will we get angry about things
Yeah,
that
it's
don't
it's
matter?
a different country.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they
So-
don't. The FAA has no jurisdiction.
The
in
FAA
Canada.
did not have a part in this. There's another thing. Something happened.
Yeah, let me show you this. All right, everybody, check this
Oh,
out.
no.
How do I? You guys see this? All right, this is the new angle of the Toronto. Ready?
Oh boy, this is right from behind it.
Yeah, here we go.
God. Okay.
Enhance play. Oh man,
So just hit hard.
looks like a really hard land. Oh man, yeah. So for our listeners, it's a view from the back. Here's slow motion. Looks like normal approach. A lot of white snow. So maybe
Right
Ground-
wing drops.
ground rush looks like a
it
really
dropped.
hard.
It did like a weird.
Yeah, the right wing dropped.
Yeah. So
Oh my God.
I don't know. Look like either
How's
they
the little
landed.
girl doing? How's the kid doing? Is there
I
any
don't know, man.
updates?
I don't know. That's
Wow.
that's all I have, sir.